At the dawn of the 21st century, terrorism no longer knows national boundaries. Terrorist organizations operate with impunity in virtually every country in the world. While governments and security forces do their best to halt the flow of arms to terrorists, weapons still move across international borders with ease. And there are always those willing to look the other way, for a price. Each day, the connections between terror groups around the world grow stronger. They trade resources, expertise, personnel, and arms, all in the interest of creating more havoc. And if guns flow from country to country today, will weapons of mass destruction follow tomorrow? In these dangerous times, when no place is safe, the efforts of an extraordinary few are required to combat this new evil, especially when that evil strikes close to home, and even the smallest incident can grow into the sum of all fears.
The obstacle course will teach you how to move through the world. Use the basic movement keys to... You can follow the red line on the ground from training station to training station. In addition to standing upright, you can also assume a crouched position. Keeping your head down can help you avoid enemy fire. Use the toggle stance key to switch between upright and crouched positions. Use the crouched position to get under the wires in front of you. You can walk up and down stairs simply by moving forward or backwards down the staircase. Large obstacles will stop your progress, but you can climb over small obstacles by using the clamber key. Clambering can be used to climb onto objects in order to get a good vantage point for covering a room. Use the clamber key to climb over the obstacle in front of you. If you are standing still, you can peek around obstacles that are in front of you. Press the left and right peek keys and practice, using the barrier in front of you as cover. Remember, the smaller the profile you present to enemies, the harder it is for them to hit you. You can also get a basic sense of what is in front of you. You can open doors using the action key. Keep in mind that you must allow the action to cycle all the way through to complete it. Locked doors take longer to open than unlocked doors. Just remember that the action has to cycle completely before the door will open. If you let go of the action key before the action is completed, you will have to start the process over. This is the small arms range. Here you will learn how to fire your weapons, reload, switch weapons, and use a scope. Press the escape key at any time. A sniper rifle is equipped with a scope for long-range accuracy. You can cycle through levels of magnification using the zoom key, or you can use the mouse wheel for continuous zoom control. Practice hitting the long-range targets with the sniper rifle. In addition to a primary weapon, every operative can carry a secondary weapon. You can cycle through your available weapons by using the weapon switch key, or you can press the number key of the weapon you would like to use. This is the grenade range. Here you will learn to throw hand grenades, fire a grenade launcher, and use flashbangs. Press the escape key press the fire key to launch a grenade. Grenades fired from grenade launchers explode on impact, so don't try to bounce them around corners. Also, remember that standard grenade launchers will need to be reloaded after each time you fire. You throw a flashbang the same way you do a grenade. A flashbang is a non-lethal device that will stun but not kill anyone near it. They are useful for stunning enemies who are near hostages so that the team can move in safely and clear the room. Like regular grenades, flashbangs can be bounced off obstacles.
Out of sight.
This is the field operations training. Not all doors can be opened. Some doors are barred and cannot be unlocked by conventional means. If you try to open, it is sometimes necessary for operatives to destroy enemy resources. On missions where that is required, you will be equipped with a Demolitions Kit. To use the kit, simply point the reticule at. You will need to gather information from a variety of locations during your missions. To do so, point the reticule at the item that... Good. Now follow the red line on the ground to the next... All operatives are also trained to handle electronic mechanisms. You may need to use these skills to bypass a security system or defuse a bomb. Again, simply point at the object you wish to manipulate, then press and hold the... Good. Now follow the red line on the ground to the next training station. In dark areas, you can use night vision goggles to find your way and spot enemies. You can toggle night vision on and off using the night vision key. Turn on night vision now and follow the path to the next training area. This is the squad control range. Here, the behavior of your fire team.
We're with you.
Each change in ROE has an effect on how your squad behaves. Change your squad. You can also give direct orders to your squad.
Fan out.
This is the indoor operations training range. Here you will learn how to use your team to clear indoor spaces. Press the escape key at any time to exit training. Clearing an area involves moving into it and making sure that all opposition there is neutralized. You can give your teammates orders to clear an area by pointing at the location you wish them to clear and giving this order from the squad command menu. Give your teammates the order. You can also order your teammates to clear a room. If you know that enemies are in a room, you can give your teammates the order to throw a grenade into that room. Point at the closed door next to you and give the order to frag room. Be careful to stay clear of the... You can also give your teammates the order to throw a flashbang into a room. This is the small arms range. Here you will learn how to fire your weapons, reload... Heads up, everyone. Sorry to pull you out of your New Year's celebrations, but we've got a touchy situation out in West Virginia, and the local boys need our help. At approximately 1900 hours this evening, a militia group known as the Mountain Men stormed a television station in Charleston, taking the station personnel hostage. Most of the hostages have been released, but they kept a few as insurance. Now the group is broadcasting live from the news studio and threatening to kill the hostages if their demands are not met. One of the hostages they released says that he saw the Mountain Men fiddling with the station's security system. Our best guess is they've reprogrammed it to alert them if any attempt is made to breach the building. However, we've been in touch with the security company that owns the system, and they've given us the master access codes that will get us in without tipping our hand. Gold Team, you're on point for this one. Get into the station, disarm the security system from the lobby control panel, then head up to the roof to disconnect the broadcast feed. Once you've taken them off the air, put the militia down and bring the hostages out. Blue Team and Red Team will back you up. Be careful. If any of the hostages are killed, especially on a live broadcast, we're going to catch hell for it. Let's show the world what the HRT can do.
So, this is West Virginia. Yeah, just like in the song.
Tango neutralized. Enemy neutralized.
Red Team,
A
moving
confirmed
in.
kill.
Blue Team, moving in.
Enemy eliminated.
Confirmed kill. Good work. You can disable the security system using the receptionist's computer.
Threat neutralized. Another one down. Confirmed kill. Nailed him. Enemy eliminated.
A confirmed kill. There should be a junction box on the wall. Cut the cables there. They're friendly!
Threat neutralized. Got him. Threat eliminated.
Okay, pay attention. 2 squads of FBI agents were ambushed yesterday when they tried to serve papers on the remaining mountain men at their compound. 4 are dead, and 2 more are being held hostage. It's our job to go in and get those agents out of there alive. This is going to be extremely difficult, because we know they're expecting us. They've got snipers positioned in all 3 of the site's buildings, which lets them cover every approach from the road. And because we don't know where the hostages are being held, a full-scale assault is out. At the first sign of action on our part, those agents are likely to be killed. That doesn't leave us with a lot of options. You're going to have to do a night insertion over the top of the mountain and down into the militia's backyard. The good news is that overflights with ground-penetrating radar show that there's a bunker and tunnel system beneath the compound. This should allow you to move from building to building without alerting the lookouts. Your assignment is to move in, take out the snipers, and secure the hostages. All right, saddle up. I want you over that mountain in 2 hours. We move in at sunrise.
Nice little clubhouse they've got here.
Too bad we're crashing their party.
Another kill.
Enemy down. Nailed him.
Over here!
Got him.
Get help!
Hostile eliminated.
Get help! Oh!
Hostile down.
Gold team, head north towards the barn.
We're under attack!
Another kill. Tango down. Foe neutralized. Got him!
Red team moving in.
Blue team moving in. Another takedown.
Enemy down. Threat eliminated.
Own 45-yard line. Their whole season's on the line right here. They can go home as champions if they score on this drive.
Snapped. And he's back. Looking, throws, and complete down the sidelines for a first down. Looking over the middle, he's got a man open. Looking downfield, he throws. He's going for the end zone.
Reports are still coming in about a massive explosion in Baltimore, Maryland, the site of this year's Super Bowl. I'm getting some more information. Government sources.
Sources are speculating that the explosion may have been nuclear in origin. The number of casualties is still unknown, but it is certainly in the tens of thousands.
Welcome to the CIA, ladies and gentlemen. We're glad to have you on board. My name is John Clark, and you're going to report to me for the duration of your assignment. It's an honor to be working with you, and I was impressed by your work in West Virginia. That being said, listen carefully, because we do things a little differently around here. As you're all aware, a nuclear device was detonated in Baltimore 2 days ago. What people don't know is that we almost went to war with Russia over it, as certain evidence pointed in that direction. It turns out that they weren't responsible, and you can thank your lucky stars cooler heads prevailed. If they hadn't, we could very easily have had a full-scale exchange on our hands. As our people on the ground have sorted through the evidence, we've turned up a few new leads. The bomb was brought in through Baltimore by way of a shipping facility in Haifa. Intelligence suggests that this isn't the only weapons trafficking that's been happening through that site, and we need you to go in and find out who's been shipping what where. The Israeli government is backing us up on this one, but we need to go in fast and quiet so that the people running this operation don't get wind of it and destroy their records. Your assignment is to get 2 pieces of information. First, we need copies of the shipping manifests for everything that's moved off the dock in the last month. Second, we need to track where they're getting their supplies from, and that means a list of serial numbers for what's in the warehouses. Keep your heads down, and if they raise an alarm, get out fast. We don't need a public spotlight on this mission.
Maintaining position. We're with you. Another takedown. Enemy down. Nailed him. neutralized. Enemy neutralized. A confirmed kill. Tango eliminated. There's wounded here! Threat eliminated. Threat neutralized. Weapons hold. Weapons. Enemy neutralized. There's wounded here! Clear! Tango down. Enemy neutralized.
All right, settle down. We're onto something here. The documents we gathered from the docks have given us a lot to go on. It looks like most of what came through that warehouse started out in Lebanon. Our analysts have been able to back up the shipping records with satellite surveillance of the area, and we've located a facility in the Bekaa Valley that's a likely source for a lot of the smugglers' traffic. All right, settle down. We're onto something here. The documents we gathered from the docks have given us a lot to go on. It looks like most of what came through that warehouse started out in Lebanon. Our analysts have been able to back up the shipping records with satellite surveillance of the area, and we've located a facility in the Bekaa Valley that's a likely source for a lot of the smugglers' traffic. This place is built into the side of a mountain, out in the middle of nowhere. We've got some evidence that suggests that they're working on weapons of mass destruction, chemical, biological, hell, maybe even nuclear. We know for sure that they're manufacturing conventional weapons there and sending them out to terrorist groups around the world. Even if they weren't tied into what happened in Baltimore, we'd want them put out of business. And that is exactly what you get to do. You've all been given demolitions kits, and if you place these in their storage area, you should be able to pull the house down around their ears. At the same time, we don't want any trace of their research to survive, so be sure and rig any labs you may find. Finally, get any records you can. I have a feeling this isn't the only operation the group is running, and if we're going to start taking them out, we need to finish the job. There are no civilians at this facility. Take no prisoners. Get in, clean up, and get out.
The enemy camp is just on the other side of that ridge. Locked and loaded.
Scratch another one. Another one down.
Red team moving in.
Keys history.
Moving
Hostile
in.
down. Green team moving in. Nailed him. Enemy neutralized. Keys history.
Blue team moving in.
Green team moving in. Threat neutralized.
They're on our side. We got a casualty. Man down.
Got a man down here.
Tango eliminated. Tango eliminated. Tango neutralized. Try to place the demo charges on a crate of explosives. That'll give us the most bang for our bucks. We have a casualty. Hostile eliminated. Target their main computer. Make sure no one uses this research.
It looks like we found what we were looking for in the Becca. According to the computer records from the weapons facility, the headquarters for this group is located at an abandoned prison not too far away from their manufacturing site. Given the amount of traffic going back and forth between the two locations, it looks like they're probably storing the rest of their arsenal there. The prison facility is likely to be extremely well guarded, so we're giving you some heavier equipment to make the job easier. It looks like the main living quarters are in the center of the prison, which is still relatively intact. We can infer from this that the weapons are being stored out in the old cell blocks. Your first job is to plant explosives on those weapons caches, because we don't want anyone else getting their hands on that stash. Once you do that, take out whoever's in charge of this operation. According to the blueprints, there's a group of offices up on the second floor, so you'll probably find him and his bodyguards up there. After you take care of business, get clear as fast as you can. There's going to be one massive fireworks show in Lebanon tonight.
up in prison one day. She was right. Do your job and you'll get out too. Kill confirmed. Hostile down. A confirmed kill. Red team moving in. Got him. Another kill. You should find the weapons lockers in one of the cells. Place the demo charges there. Enemy down. Enemy neutralized. Enemy down. Lost a man. There's wounded here. Blue team, moving in. East history. Kill confirmed. Enemy down. Nailed him. Tango neutralized. East history.
I'm hit!
Tango down. Another kill. Another kill.
Good morning, people. I hope you got some rest on the flight in, because this is going to be a long day. Our original analysis of the shipping records seized in the Haifa operation indicated that a number of shipments were made to a group here in South Africa. Follow-up from the boys back at Langley shows that the financing for shipping the nuclear device also came from this neck of the woods. The South African government has been tracking the recipients of those weapons for a while. They're mostly hardline, right-wing Afrikaners, the kind of people who used to find work on the death squads. All the signs indicate that they've been gearing up for an open revolt, shipping in as many weapons as they can get their hands on. Intel suggests that they were just waiting for the international scene to get caught up in the war between the US and Russia before making their move. Since things didn't go according to plan, they're scrambling, and the South African government has given us approval to go in and take them down. They've given us some intercepted radio transmissions that suggest one of their financial backers is going to be on site today at their main training facility, placing some orders and making payment for services rendered. You're going to go in, disrupt the weapons sale, take out the backer, and destroy whatever weapons they have on site. These are trained military men you'll be going up against, so take advantage of the equipment you have and the element of surprise. Hit them hard, and don't let up until you've taken them down.
Be alert. These guys are professionals. We're professionals. They're amateurs with a bad attitude. Tango down. Red team moving in. Scratch another one. Tango down. The VIP has been spotted entering the building at the southeast corner of the compound. Intercept and terminate him. Tango eliminated. Clear it out. Kill confirmed. Threat eliminated. There's wounded here. Tango eliminated. Tango eliminated.
I'm hit!
Kill confirmed.
I'm hit!
Lost a man. Scratch another one. Another takedown. Tango neutralized.
It looks like we've got a new problem on our hands. Apparently, some of our mercenary friends weren't at the base yesterday. They may be running scared, but they're not done causing trouble yet. A group of transports was spotted heading from one of their rural bases to a diamond mine on the western coast near the Namibian border. Our analysis indicates that they're going to try and make off with a fortune in uncut gems and start all over again. Even worse, when the local authorities went in to clean up the base, they found several crates of high explosives, some of which were half empty. It doesn't take a genius to figure out where that HE has gone. The government has asked for our help, and we're going to give it to them. You are going to go into the mine complex and stop the mercenaries in their tracks. Make sure none of the workers get killed and that no bombs go off. Also, our analysts suspect this target wasn't picked randomly. This mine is owned by a shell corporation, and no one knows who's holding the real purse strings. Get into the vault while you're there and get any information you can about why this place was targeted.
Remember, no souvenirs.
That's a damn shame.
Got him! Enemy eliminated. We've got wounded.
Red team moving in.
Tango eliminated. Man down.
Hostile eliminated.
Man down. Got him.
Enemy down.
Threat eliminated.
Hostile eliminated.
I'm hit.
Enemy down. Kill confirmed.
Blue team, moving in. We have a casualty.
Tango down. There's wounded here.
Scratch another one.
That was some good work at the mining operation. The documents you secured from the diamond mine have led us right to the man responsible for buying and rebuilding the nuclear bomb. His name's Olsen, and he's been dealing arms to groups around the world for 30 years. I suspect it won't surprise you to hear that he had extensive dealings with the crowd you took out in Lebanon, but he's always been an independent operator. Based on the information you gathered, we've been able to track him down. His operation is centered on an estate on the island nation of Mauritius. Your assignment is to go in, clear out any resistance you find, and get Olsen's private records. He may have supplied the bomb, but chances are someone paid him to do it, and we want to know who that was. Surveillance indicates that Olsen's private secretary is on the grounds as well. Olsen himself is elsewhere right now, but we want you to find the secretary and bring him out alive. We've got a lot of people who want to talk to him. I'm sorry I can't be there with you today, but there's another aspect to this operation that I need to take care of in Damascus personally. Don't worry, it shouldn't take me too long.
Must be nice to live in a place like this. Not for much longer, it won't be. Tango eliminated. There's wounded here.
I'm hit!
Threat neutralized. Hostile neutralized. Nailed him. A confirmed kill. Threat eliminated. Enemy down. Enemy neutralized. Red team moving in. Blue team moving in. Hostile neutralized. Threat eliminated. Threat neutralized. We've got wounded. A confirmed kill. We have a casualty. Another kill.
Good to see you again. You'll be happy to know that the Olsen situation has been taken care of, and so has Olsen. I don't think I need to say anything more about my trip to Damascus. We're getting close to the source now. The financial transactions surrounding the bomb have been traced back to a private investment house here in Austria. While it looks like a normal financial institution, our research shows that it's actually a front. A careful look at the record shows that it only does business for a group of corporations that are all a part of the same conglomerate, some of which have what I'll call questionable political ties. Neo-fascist groups, historical revisionists, international gun runners, you know the type. We need you to go in and get the documents that will tie the investment house back to whoever's behind the entire operation. These will probably be in the president's office. Since we don't want our bomb-loving friends to know that we're on their trail, you should ransack the investment house's vault as well. Make it look like a robbery. You'll need to get the security codes first to open it up, but for you, that should be a piece of cake. Bear in mind that the people you are going to be up against are not the Vienna Boys Choir. Anyone you find on the grounds is associated with the group that put the bomb on the ground in Baltimore. You have my permission, no, my encouragement, to to show no mercy.
Usually we help stop bank jobs. You've been watching too many old movies. Hostile down. Enemy eliminated. Tango down. Scratch another one. Enemy neutralized. There's wounded here. Scratch another one. Enemy neutralized. Enemy down. Scratch another one. Another kill. Tango neutralized. Hostile eliminated.
We've found the Hornet's Nest. Based on the information we have, we've been able to track down the man who ran the financing through the investment house. He's a VIP at a local tech company, a firm that has some suspicious ties to a neo-fascist group that's been agitating for more autonomy in the region. Intel suggests that their plan was to start the war between Russia and the US and then step into the resulting power vacuum. Whether or not it would have worked is debatable, but that doesn't change the fact that these people are the ones behind what happened. If we take this guy down, we'll be one step closer to the top. Your target is Bernhard Wernicke. One of our agents in the field has set up a breakfast meeting with him, a meeting that he won't have to show up for since you're going to take Wernicke down first. However, we want to track this guy back to whoever's pulling his strings. So before you hit him, you need to sneak into the building and plant a tracer on his laptop. Our analysts project a near certainty that the group behind this will try to recover the laptop after you take out its owner. If we bug it first, this will lead us to the man in charge. You're sure to be detected if you walk in the front door, so your first objective is to disarm the security system in the basement. Once you've done that, plant the tracer, then take down Herr Wernicke over his coffee. We'll be waiting for you when you're done.
Hold your fire until after we plant the bug. You take all the fun out of this. Scratch another one. Another kill. Tango down.
I'm hit!
We've got wounded. Enemy neutralized. Good job. Maintaining position. We're with you. Holding position. Got him. Nailed him. Hostile neutralized. Nailed him. Enemy neutralized. Scratch another one. Red team moving in. Got him. A confirmed kill. Kill confirmed. We're with you.
This is it. Just as we thought. One of our fascist friends picked up the laptop yesterday afternoon and took it to the mansion of one Richard Dressler. Our researchers say this man is up to his neck in the neo-fascist movement and has been financing their work for a long time. The conglomerate that worked through the investment house you hit? His. The seed money for the South African mercenaries? His. And now, all signs point to him as the man responsible for organizing the whole plot. Dressler keeps an impressive mansion here in Vienna. We've caught a break, though, in that it's currently undergoing renovation. That means there's repairmen and equipment everywhere, which gives us a cover we can use to get on the grounds. Once you get there, we've got a little surprise we want you to attach to Dressler's car. Don't worry about finding him and taking him out yourself. No matter what, he's not getting far. However, a number of his elite bodyguards are likely to be on the premises. Deal with them. Permanently. We don't want this Hydra growing any more heads after we're done with it. Finally, collect any records of Dressler's you can find. If he's been working with anyone else, we want to know about it. That's all. You've done a lot of good work to get this far. Now I know you can finish it, and when you do, a lot of good people are going to be able to sleep easier at night.
And they say crime doesn't pay.
Yeah, but the bill comes due today.
Tango down. Another one down. Another takedown. Another kill. Scratch another one. Nailed him. Enemy neutralized. East history. Threat neutralized. Lost a man. Tango eliminated. Scratch another one. This is Alpha Team. Primary objective complete. Relocating to second location. Alpha Team reports target acquired. Requesting confirmation on elimination of target. Alpha Alpha Team, you are go to eliminate target. Roger that. Now Alpha Team proceeding in.